Everyone, good evening. I'm Shreya Dhoundial. As always, it is very good to see you. 10 days after the state of Keralam gave the Congress-led UDF alliance a resounding mandate, they have finally managed to pick a candidate. But the pick was not without some pinpricks. So VD Satheesan, who led the Congress campaign from the front and had the backing of allies and the cadre, won the day today. He wasn't Delhi's pick. K.C. Venugopal, the powerful General Secretary of the party, backed by 80% of the MLAs, was. But by the end of the day, with an intervention from Sonia Gandhi, Rahul's man was dropped and the man Priyanka Gandhi and IUML backed was picked. Of course, there were heartburns with reports that both K.C. Venugopal and the other contender to the throne, Ramesh Chennithala, had gone into a big suck. As expected, in came the BJP. That has exactly 3 seats in the state. They are now accusing the Congress party of Muslim appeasement and say that VD was picked under pressure of ally the IUML. Now, the Indian Union Muslim League is the second largest party in the UDF with 22 seats, and they have been the biggest and most public backers of VD Satheesan. Now, the BJP is saying that the Congress is aware that Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi's landslide wins in Wayanad come at the back of IUML support, and therefore the party cannot afford to mess around with the IUML. And of course, they also say that the Congress has become the Indian Muslim League now. The Congress is rubbishing the charge and says not just IUML, but other allies like the RSP and the Kerala Congress too had batted for VD as CM.
This has been done under 2 pressures. One, the Jamaat and the IUML had read the Riot Act to Congress. So this is clear influence of Muslim vote bank. 2, Priyanka Vadga was dead against Rahul Gandhi's pick of K.C. Venugopal. In fact, there was a huge family fight that who will call the shots in Keralam. And it shows that the Keralam CM phase has been decided by New Delhi. Therefore, it was not announced in Keralam. It was announced from AICC headquarters in New Delhi.
बेगानी शादी में अब्दुल्ला दीवाना भाई हमारे यहाँ मुख्यमंत्री बन रहा है, तुम क्यों परेशान हो रहे हो? मुख्यमंत्री हमने बनाया, आपका क्या लेना देना भाई? आप बिला वजह को आपका कुछ है वहाँ पर, कोई स्टेक है क्या आपका वहाँ?
It is clearly evident that the new Congress Chief Minister picked from Kerala was not the choice of the Congress MLAs, but was the choice of the Indian Union Muslim League. Yet again, the Gandhi Vadra family has proven that they listen to the diktat of the Indian Union Muslim League. The remote control of the Congress party and the Gandhi Vadra family is under the Indian Union Muslim League. This is why the Congress party today is nothing short of the modern day Muslim League. The Congress is the Muslim League Maowadi Congress.
Very, very ridiculous, because there are other alliance partners. There's Kerala Congress, which is a Christian party, RSP, which has said the same name. So we have many like that, as well as the people of Kerala. So there's nothing to do with just one party.
Meanwhile, the man of the moment, VD Satheesan, had something to say as well on what he calls the BJP's hate campaign. Listen in, this is an exclusive.
Our coalition UDF, now known as Team UDF, we have worked together inside the assembly and outside the assembly as a single party. And after winning the election, I spoke to media that Team UDF is a model to the entire country for coalition politics. They were all together, not only the Muslim League, all the other constituent parties. They have their own suggestions, their opinions. That is what is happening. It has been happening forever, for the last so many years. And AICC leaders used to talk with them coalition partners. BJP can say anything. Always they are trying to make hate campaigns. That is a hate campaign against the Muslim League and Muslim community. We have survived that hate campaign. We have taken a strong secular stand in Kerala.
Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, 3 questions this evening. Did the IUML with 22 seats dictate to the Congress with 63 seats on who their chief ministerial pick should be? And as the Congress's biggest ally, if they did back VD Satheesan, what exactly is the problem in that? And therefore, can the Congress pick be seen as the politics of appeasement, as the BJP is saying? My guest this evening, Mr. Tom Vadakan, national spokesperson of the BJP. Good evening to you. Mr. R. Rajgopalan, senior journalist, joining us on the broadcast. Good evening, Mr. Rajgopalan. Good to have you back. Advocate Kapil Madan is a political analyst, will be speaking on behalf of the Congress party. Now, our viewers will ask, where is the Congress party? So I will tell our viewers, as I always do, that we sent them an invite. They decided they didn't want to speak on the subject. You have picked a chief minister after 10 days and you don't want to speak on the subject. All right. So Advocate Kapil Madan will be putting their point of view. And Professor Atikur Rahman is a political analyst. He's joining us on the broadcast. So welcome to all four of you. Thank you very much. Tom Vadakan ji, you just heard one of the Congress spokespersons say, Begani Shadi mein Abdullah Diwana. Who the chief minister the Congress picks and the UDF picks is their business. It's none of your business. Aapke pet mein kyun dard ho raha hai?
Yeah, I want to congratulate the new chief minister. But there are questions that are in public domain. He has been effectively selected. He has a massive support from the IUML. ये बेगाने का शादी नहीं है, ये वो शादी है, ये एक मिक्स्ड अलायंस है, ये पीसमेंट का शादी है. अच्छा चलिए, बात क्या है? प्रियंका गांधी is under pressure. She's under pressure because if anybody else would have been taking that position, which could have been Venugopal, who was a shadow of Rahul Gandhi, he has been asked to chill. And why? Because he wanted the chief minister's chair. And the decision-making process has proved one thing which I've always believed. That is, decisions in the royal family of India is taken by at the dinner table. And the order is that whenever any decision is taken, nobody opposes that decision. Now, for example, if Priyanka says it has to be this gentleman who's become the CM, Rahul and his mother will not oppose it. Standard operating procedure. We have nothing to say about this. But yes, this whole question hangs on the question of the IUML connection and the fact that Priyanka Gandhi is facing the music, let me complete here, is facing the music in her constituency. There are posters put up saying that if you select Venugopal, there is trouble in the making. This was a huge poster war.
But Mr. Satheesan today, in that interview to my colleague Madhav, has said that it is the BJP is doing. BJP badmashi kar raha tha poster laga ke. It was not the IUML that had put up the poster. But Mr. Vadakan, I come back to you on the IUML question. The IUML is the largest ally, the biggest ally of the Congress party in the state of Kerala. They have won 22 seats. Out of 27 they contested. Their strike rate highest in the state, more than 80%. ठीक है. Now for a moment, if we say to ourselves that the IUML is the political voice of Muslims in the state of Kerala, and if the IUML is saying that we prefer VD Satheesan and VD Satheesan gets picked, what is the problem? Muslims in the state of Kerala, some 27% or 30%, do not have a say on who should be picked as CM. How is this appeasement?
Yeah, this is not a question of Muslims or Christians. This is a political party which has its own agenda. To believe that all Muslims are supporting the IUML is falsification. Okay. Now, there is a Christian party also which claims that all Christians are there with them. There's a Nair group also that claims that this is Keralam. And in Keralam, there's an independent thinking on all. They are not provoked by political parties who have their agenda for power.
You are trying, BJP is trying best to provoke, sir?
BJP is not trying to provoke them nor creating posters. We have better things to do in life than put up posters. Because we believe that we want a government that will work and deliver to the promises made.
So, Mr.
That's our
Vadakan, can I
agenda.
ask you, all my guests will say, Shreya is not coming to us, she's only speaking to Mr. Vadakan. But Mr. Vadakan, since it's the BJP that started this debate, can I ask you, if the BJP had to pick the CM of Kerala, who would they have picked? Would you have picked Mr. K.C. Venugopal or Ramesh Chennithala? Or would you have picked the man who's led from the front and who the cadres wanted?
Shreya, you're asking me a hypothetical question. We are not interested in Mr. Venugopal or others. We will have our own chief minister in times to come. But wait and watch.
Abhi sir, you have only 3 MLAs, huh? I think Kapil wants to come in. Yes, Kapil, go ahead.
So Shreya, you asked a very pertinent question, and I will start from where you left. He is not willing to answer a hypothetical question, but I will ask a past facts-based question. Is it not true that BJP had a coalition government with BJP, PDP, and Mehbooba Mufti was made as a chief minister? Now you please answer that. What was the compelling reason? If you want to talk about appeasement, etc., all the time, whenever a Muslim name appears, you will talk about, only about appeasement, etc. Now, what was the compulsion, Mr. Vadakan? I am asking very, very, politely, very, very humbly, and completely. What was the compulsion? Why you were compelled to make Mehbooba Mufti as the CM, and you are in a coalition government there? Knowingly, ideologically, you have been opposing them all throughout. They were not your political, but your ideological opponent also. You please answer that. Let's don't talk about hypothetical
Mr. Vadakan, answer that.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Who pulled the rug on the PDP?
Hare.
Whenever the national interest is at stake, my friend.
National interest was not at stake when you allied with them.
We did not think that they were so anti-national. So whenever they turn anti-national, we will pull the rug. And that is the ideology that we believe in.
No, but Kapil, I have a counter question. I have a counter question for the Congress party. The Congress party gets very upset when the BJP calls it the Indian Muslim League. Okay, it's a taunt. I understand it's a taunt and therefore you get upset. But just look at the facts at hand. How many MLAs do you have in West Bengal? Exactly 2. Both of them are Muslim. How many MLAs do you have in Assam? 19 MLAs, 18 of them are Muslims. The fact is the IUML publicly did back for VD Satheesan and he got picked. So is there or is there not an element of appeasement when you put all of this together? Not just the state of Kerala, but Assam and West Bengal as well.
Now, I'll give you a contrast of what they've done to Shiv Sena in Mumbai. Now, when you are in a coalition government, of course, there would be some demands, there would be some preferences of your coalition partner. And any coalition partner, its coalition is a two-way process. You can't have one my way or the highway kind of a thing. If coalition has a preference, they have a preference. And I will give you another thought and perspective to look at it. Had there been a case if Mr. K.C. Venugopal was made as a chief minister, then Mr. Tom Vadakan would have been saying here, look, he was close to Rahul Gandhi ji, and therefore that became the reason. Now, what has happened? A person who was supposedly, as talked in the media, is very close to Mr. Rahul Gandhi ji. He's being dropped. He's being not considered. So what does that mean? It means that within the system, within their coalition framework, if there is a demand of, the cadre, if the larger strength of MLA want Mr. Satheesan.
No, actually the largest strength, the largest strength, 80% of the MLAs were actually backing Mr. K.C. Venugopal.
So that's what you hear in the media, right? That's what you hear in the media. What happens is how a government is formed. A government is formed when you give a letter to the governor where all the MLAs endorse. A discussion, a deliberation is not a division. Please understand that. If I am debating with you on, with an open frame of mind, of course, with no agenda in mind, we will deliberate options. I will, for a minute, deliberate what you are saying. I will, understand the pros and cons of what you are saying. And I will also examine the pros and cons of what I am saying. But ultimately, there could also be a situation that sometimes on several occasions I've said, Shreya, what you're saying is correct. You please check historically whether this has happened or not. So let's don't fall in this narrative set up by the BJP.
You are
They
saying this
know-
is the BJP setting up a narrative, है ना? An anti-Muslim narrative and therefore an anti-Congress narrative as well. Mr. Rajgopalan, do you see the pick of VD Satheesan as Muslim appeasement, as the BJP is saying? Or do you think that they would have had, the BJP would have an opinion to offer irrespective of who was picked, even if Mr. Ramesh Chennithala was fixed?
The BJP, I don't want to take sides, Shreya.
No, Mr. Rajgopalan, we have to take sides. This is a debate.
I'm coming to the point. I'm coming to the point. The point is very simple. Congress is not going to be in the hot seat. It's IUML. The 22 MLAs will run the state government of 140 MLAs because Mr. Satheesan has no administrative background. Whereas 2 or 3 IUML ministers, whether they know how to run the government. And it is also going to be totally anti-Hindu government.
Okay.
It's going to be a major thing. And there are high expectations by the voters who cast vote on Congress. Because after 10 years of gap, the Congress came to power. Expectations for a rapid, change of, administration and the delivery mechanism, etc. The poor quality of Congress, because of their, non-experience, IUML will exploit the situation. There is going to be pakka, you wait and watch. The stories of Sabarimala, the gold story of Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple and Guru Ayyappan temple, these will get relegated. And very soon, I can expect the power and the influence of Mr. Venugopal will be decimating slowly because Satheesan will ensure that. He has a rivalry with Mr. K.C. Venugopal. Otherwise, Satheesan would not have threatened the High Command, saying that I will sit in the, not in the opposition, along with the ministers. I will not take a part in any government like that. So he gave a threat. Congress got confused. 3 Gandhis are confused, as I told you earlier during the daytime. 3 Gandhis taken 3, support from 3 individuals like Satheesan, this K.C. Venugopal and Ramesh Chennithala. Why Ramesh Chennithala is sulking now? Because he got the offer and also a blessing from Madam Sonia Gandhi. Suddenly she changed sides to Satheesan. So there's a up and down upheavals in the Gandhi family that was translated into action at the local level in Kerala. Why did they announce it in Delhi, madam? Tell me, in Ari. They said they were doing it tomorrow. Why did they take the 10 days? Because of the media criticism, etc.
Mr. Rajgopalan, just coming back to the IML question, you just said, in the last 1 or 2 minutes, you said you wait and watch Pakka, this is going to be an anti-Hindu government. How can a government run by a devout Hindu, VD Satheesan, be anti-Hindu? And is it only anti-Hindu because IUML is part of it? Because if that is the case, the argument will be made that the BJP government's ally at one point of time was the PDP, then even the BJP government is anti-Hindu. Ye to no logic, na?
Even CPM government was also like that because of they encouraged the gold story from the temples. They had temples. Now, will the glory of Kerala's deities and, cultural events, will they keep it up? I don't think so. Because VD Satheesan is another Siddaramaiah. You wait and watch. In 2 months, 3 months' time, there will be Karnataka development in the Congress in Kerala. And there will be DK Shivakumar very soon in Kerala.
Acha. And this DK Shivakumar, I'm assuming, will be Mr. Chennithala and not Mr. Venugopal.
Both the 4th person may emerge.
Acha, 4th person may. Mr. Rajgopalan, since morning you have been floating these conspiracy theories. In the morning you were saying IUML ka Home Minister hone wala hai.
There are 20 Congress MLAs who do not want to go with IUML. That's what I'm saying. There are 20 Congress MLAs, though emailed, I have the copy of the email, saying that they do not want to go with the UML. So there is a vertical split in the... Tom Barkan will ensure that because he knows this story more than me.
Okay.
I am from an adjacent state.
Professor Atikur Rahman, can I just bring you into this conversation? VD Satheesan, the new Chief Minister of Kerala, is saying this is nothing but a hate campaign by the BJP. Do you see this as a hate campaign? Or is there some merit to what the BJP is saying today? Because the Congress party is often accused of Muslim appeasement, and for good reason.
Shreya, first of all, we should congratulate the people of Keralam that they have, elected a very, very secular government. And Muslim constituencies have elected Hindus, Hindu constituencies have elected Christians, Christians constituencies have elected, various other candidates. Irrespective of any of the caste and religious, any of such, assertive, what the BJP thinks of as a communal this thing. So we should congratulate them. And this is the main problem of the BJP. Both Mr. Rajgopalan and Mr. Taunt, they are talking of a Muslim angle in this government, and that is their main criteria of one nation, one poll, that how should the BJP decimate the political, angle from every election in India. The political decimation of the Muslims is their main agenda. And they cannot see this happening in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So their problem is very deeply rooted. How can Muslims dominate? How can Muslims dictate? How can 22 Muslims in a cabinet, Shreya, dictate their terms in a Congress government? It's so foolish on the part of a senior person like Mr. Rajagopalan to even say this, that 22 MLAs of the IUML, the Muslim League, will be dominating their affairs, and it will be a Muslim government. It will be an anti-Hindu government. What is this anti-Hindu?
Mr. Rajgopalan,
only
respond.
one Chief Minister, Muslim Umar Abdullah, in their entire length and breadth of India.
Because two reasons. The delay of Congress installing the Chief Minister was due to IUML pressure on Satheesan.
No, it was because of three contenders to the throne. All three thought they had a right.
Otherwise the Congress would be shaky, I say.
And
Congress, as Prime Minister said, it's not Indian National Congress, it is Maoist Muslim League Congress. Therefore, I stand by that because the hatred among the, Kerala, there's a illiterate state, 100% literate states. And, the way in which the Congress unleashed that one, that is why I say 20 MLAs are not in favor of going with the IUML. They're all the cases.
Sir, if that was the case, we would have heard it so by now. If that was the case, and please understand.
By time.
Okay, Mr. Rajgopalan, but let's not forget the fact that the IUML, the Indian Union Muslim League's strike rate in these elections has been better than the Congress parties. They fought 27 seats, they won 22. And Muslims form, Mr. Badakan, again the question to you, you didn't answer this. Muslims are 27 or 30% of Kerala. Do they not have a right to say who they would prefer as the Chief Minister of the state?
Well, everybody in India and citizens of Kerala have a right to decide. They have voted and the matter stands settled on that. This is not an issue.
They have a right to vote, but they don't have a right to voice their opinion. If the IUML says make VD Satheesan, they don't have the right to voice an opinion. They just have to vote chup chap.
Shreya, they have all the right. This is a democratic country. And in this democracy, everybody has a right, whether they are Muslims, Christians, Jains or Buddhists.
Then why are you calling this Muslim appeasement?
We are not calling it appeasement.
Of course you are. That's the hashtag. That's the hashtag of the Kerala Congress to every picture that they have put out, including the one on our screens.
See, this is not about appeasement. This is about who will control Kerala and the issue that Pinarayi Vijayan lost out because what had happened to the temples, the robbery, the theft, and the kind of conditions that existed. Let me tell you, it is not something that came into the lap of IUML or Congress. This is a result of people's anger against Pinarayi Vijayan.
Okay.
So let us be calm and take things as it comes. Muslims
sir, everything was sailing along very smoothly till the BJP came in and made this about Muslim appeasement and the IUML, which is why we are having this debate. Hanji, Mr. Rajgopal.
So 350 hardcore, Hindus are killed by PFI and SDPI. and that was utilized by the BJP and RSS. Leave alone these things. What happened to Mamata Banerjee? There is a rising Mamata Banerjee in the form of Rajiv Chandrasekhar in the male version. You wait and see. In 5 years or 10 years, Rajiv Chandrasekhar will turn BJP as a ruling party in Keralam because there are upset. There are many voters, those who are wanting to have.
Sir, but if they were so upset, why did only 3 BJP MLAs get selected by the people elected?
From 3. Even in West Bengal, it was 3. In
Correct.
2. Even in the Lok Sabha, it was 2. Now 303. So therefore, after 2014, things are changing. You wait and watch. South India may not keep up with the North India, as Rahul Gandhi says. You wait and watch. They will definitely take it up.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much for joining us, all of you. I'm sure our viewers have heard all points of views and therefore they are intelligent enough to make up their own mind. Thank you, Mr. Vadakkan, for joining us this evening. Mr. Rajgopalan, you've been on duty since morning. Thank you very much. Advocate Kapil Madan, thank you very much. And Professor Atikur Rahman, thank you very much for joining us as well. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, just to quickly tell you that the oath-taking ceremony for the new Chief Minister of Keralam is going to be on Monday. That is what we are hearing. We'll keep you updated on that. For the moment, a quick break. News and updates continue. Do stay with us.